I've learned with you has been highly, like way more effective than the 2 years I did in school. But basically I kind of got to a point where I hadn't really like laid out many goals for my business and what I was doing. I feel like I'm kind of pioneering my industry a little bit still. Like I don't have much for inspiration in terms of like, oh, I want to build something like that, or I want to be doing that in X amount of years. So every year I just kind of stumble through and I'm really, really just rolling with it. So recognizing last year, just with kind of the pandemic and the mountain biking explosion, so we had a huge year. We saw huge growth and worked with like an like number of clients, like it just quadrupled. And just recognizing that like I didn't have any clear goals. So I just needed help and some accountability to kind of lay out some milestones and just start picking away and working away at it. But then not only that, is just recognizing that there were so many new people coming into the sport. I was like, how do I kind of grab their attention and get my name and my business kind of in front of their eyes, sort of thing. So a lot of it was just marketing, and just, yeah, how to find those people and get my name in front of them. So, and then I think that like the third thing was just, like in terms of like marketing, I was just throwing like everything at the wall. And so it felt like I was kind of doing a little bit of everything, but not a lot of something. And it was just like a lack of vision, a lack of organization, a lack of like clear direction kind of thing. So, I think if you asked me a year ago, I actually wasn't looking for a business coach, but a friend of mine introduced me to your Instagram channel. And I just loved the content you were putting out and like all the little tips you shared. And then it just kind of, I don't know, whatever your like messaging was earlier this year before we started working together, it was just like, oh, that's me. And like, oh, I can relate to that. Like these light bulbs started going off and I was like, oh, maybe this is kind of the next step. This is what I need to do. So here we are.
Amazing. And I know during our time together, we worked a lot on the launch of your spring and summer season. And I believe, if I'm saying this correctly, you sold out your spring season in under 2 hours. Is that right?
Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
curious to actually crack that open a little bit. What were some of the things that we worked on together and that ultimately you implemented? What were some of those key success factors that made you sell out your entire spring programming in 2 hours? Like, what did you do differently this year?
I think the big thing was you really got me to like kind of sit down and figure out who the programs were for. Like I would say like the one school that I offer is for beginner riders, but really like kind of honing in on where that beginner rider is, like, you know, fearful and frustrated and kind of scared, lacking confidence. So just really kind of like, ironing out